Many hobbies are included, can be quite expensive for beginners. The cost of equipment and lessons can add up quite quickly, so that might even put you off your hobby. It doesn't have to be this way though. I'm going to show you what's in my oil painting kit that's budget friendly for beginners and what's worth investing in. I'd start with paint. Oil paint comes in different kind of qualities, so student quality and artist quality. We recommend going for the best quality you can afford, but I would say when you're a beginner, just be mindful that you're going to be using and wasting quite a lot of paint. So don't buy stuff that you're going to save for best. I use these student quality paints. They're great. If you throw them away, you're not too precious about it. So if you're getting started, start off with the student quality. So thinking about brushes, I recommend getting yourself a really sort of starter set of hog hair brushes. These are really affordable, they come in a nice range of shapes and sizes, and they turn into real scruffy little friends the longer you use them, so they're great in your kit. It's also really worth recommending to buy some sort of nice, good quality brushes. So you'll know that they're good quality because they tend to be more expensive. So I've had these brushes for 6 years, and if you look after your brushes, they'll look after you. They really do last the test of time. So these synthetic brushes are nice. These are called short flats, and they are nice. They give a good bounce to the paint, and they're really nice to use in contrast with the hog hair. So you're going to need something to paint on, and if you're starting out, I really recommend oil painting paper. It's affordable, it's easy to store, and you're not too precious with it. So if you make a mistake, it's the sort of thing you can just get a new sheet of the paper and start again. It's all ready to go, it's been primed, ready for oil paint, and it's just a really affordable option. So I really recommend getting a pad of this. So you're going to need somewhere as well to mix your paints on, a palette. So I am a big fan of an old glass fridge shelf. So they just come out of fridges that you find down the street, and they are brilliant, much cheaper than you would buy in an art shop. So that is a really great, easy to clean surface. You can use wooden palettes or paper palettes, but what's so nice about a glass palette is the oil paint just slides right off when you're cleaning up, so it makes things super easy. So to dilute your oil paint, you're going to need a solvent. You can't use water, so you do need something that's going to be a solvent to break down the oil paint. I really like this odorless solvent, which the fumes are much lower, much better than the terps that people used to use. You still need to handle it carefully, and you can't throw it away down the sink, but it's fine because you can reuse it. So this is some used solvent, and eventually the paint will settle in the bottom, and I can filter off the stuff at the top, which will be completely clean and able to use for another painting. So you're going to need some other bits and pieces as well. I'm a big fan of kitchen roll, but you can also reuse rags as well. Just make sure that you dry them between each use. You can need a palette knife. They come in different shapes and sizes. I really like these diamond shaped. They're very useful. You can even use things like old credit cards. They're really handy things to be able to scrape the paint about. So have a look around your house and see what you've got. One thing I'd really recommend investing in is a good quality easel. It's not ideal to paint on a flat surface. It's much better with it angled slightly up. So an easel is going to help you to do that. And the better quality it is, the less rickety it's going to get over time. So you're going to need a drawing board, and maybe in your studio, it might be useful, or your space that you're painting, it might be useful to just have a light, so a daylight light. So rather than getting an expensive artist lamp, I'd really recommend just checking out the DIY stores and finding a builder's light. They work perfectly well. Another thing that's really worth investing in is a little bit of education. So if you've got a particular interest, particularly with oil painting, whether it's people or landscapes or still life, perhaps have a look around and see if there's any local courses that you can attend in person, or there's loads of online tutorials that you can look up and find out about how to do things. So there's lots of options, but it's worth investing a little bit of money in just learning. And so one last thing is, don't worry if you don't have your own dedicated artist studio. It's great if you can kind of make a little space in your home for your painting and for your artwork, but you don't need a whole space. You just need a table and an area where you can kind of get things out, get your easel out and get painting. Hopefully that's given you a steer on what to invest in, and don't worry about the cost, just get started.